Remember always, the world is yourself pushed out. Every person you encounter, every relationship you experience is but a reflection of your own consciousness. The attachment you feel to others, the fear of being alone, these are nothing more than states of consciousness that you have accepted as real. But I say to you now, with all the conviction of my being, that true happiness, lasting fulfillment, comes not from outside yourself, but from within. Let us begin by understanding what it truly means to let them go. This is not about physically pushing people away or cutting ties with those you care about. It is about releasing your attachment to the idea that your happiness depends on them. It is about recognizing that the love, joy, and fulfillment you seek from others are already within you, waiting to be expressed. When you cling to others for your happiness, when you make your joy dependent on their presence or approval, you are denying your own divinity. You are saying to the universe, I am not enough on my own. I need this person to complete me. And the universe, being a perfect mirror, will reflect back experiences that reinforce this belief. But I tell you this, you are complete. You are whole. You are the operant power in your reality. The happiness you seek is not something to be found or gained, but something to be remembered and expressed from within. Imagine now, if you will, a state of being where you are perfectly content, perfectly at peace, perfectly happy, all on your own. Feel this state as vividly as you can. Feel the quiet joy that permeates your being, the deep sense of fulfillment that comes from within. This is your true nature, your God self expressing itself fully. As you embody this state, you will find that your relationships begin to transform. No longer burdened by needs or fear, you become free to love others unconditionally, without expectation or attachment. This is the paradox of letting go. In releasing your grip, you open yourself to deeper, more authentic connections. Now, let us deeper into the concept of being happy alone. This is not about isolation or loneliness. It is about self-sufficiency, about recognizing that you are the source of your own happiness. It is about cultivating a relationship with yourself that is so rich, so fulfilling, that being alone becomes a joy rather than a burden. Begin now to imagine yourself as someone who is completely at ease in their own company. See yourself enjoying solitary activities with genuine pleasure. Feel the peace that comes from quiet moments of self-reflection. Experience the joy of pursuing your passions and interests without needing anyone else's approval or participation. This state of self-sufficiency is your natural state. It is the expression of your God self, the infinite being that you truly are. When you align with this state, you tap into an endless wellspring of joy and fulfillment that is independent of external circumstances or relationships. But remember, my dear friends, this is not about pushing others away or closing your heart. On the contrary, when you learn to be happy alone, you become capable of forming deeper, more authentic connections with others. You approach relationships from a place of wholeness rather than lack, of giving rather than taking. Imagine now a life where your relationships are no longer based on need or fear, but on genuine love and mutual growth. See yourself interacting with others from a place of inner fullness, sharing your joy rather than seeking it from them. This is the natural result of learning to be happy alone. As you cultivate this inner state of happiness and self-sufficiency, you may find that some relationships in your life begin to change. Some may fall away while others deepen and flourish. This is a natural part of the process. Trust in it. For as you align with your true self, your outer world must rearrange itself to match your new inner reality. Now let us address a fear that may arise as you contemplate letting go and being happy alone, the fear of loneliness. This fear is based on a misunderstanding of your true nature. You are never truly alone, for you are one with the infinite. The entire universe resides within you. Imagine, if you will, that you are an ocean. Each relationship, each person in your life is like a wave on the surface of this ocean. Waves may come and go, rise and fall, but the ocean remains vast and unchanging. This is your true nature, infinite, boundless, complete in itself. When you realize this truth, when you align with this state of being, loneliness becomes impossible. For how can you be lonely when you are one with all that is? How can you lack companionship when you are in constant communion with the divine within you? This realization, my friends, is the key to letting go and being happy alone. It is the understanding that you are never truly alone, that the companionship and love you seek are always available to you, for they are your very essence. As you embody this truth, you will find that your need to cling to others diminishes. You become free to love without attachment, to connect without dependency. Your relationships become expressions of your inner joy, rather than attempts to fill an inner void. Now let us explore the practical aspects of letting go and learning to be happy alone. This is not merely a philosophical concept, but a state of being that you can cultivate through consistent practice. Begin by setting aside time each day to be alone with yourself. This is not time to distract yourself with external entertainment, but time to truly be with yourself. Sit in silence, observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Get to know yourself as you would a dear friend. As you do this, you may encounter resistance. Old patterns of thinking, old fears and insecurities may surface. Do not fight them. Simply observe them with compassion, understanding that they are not your true self, but merely conditioned responses that you can choose to release. Practice self-love and self-care. Treat yourself with the same kindness and consideration you would show to show you deeply care about. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, not to impress others or fill time, but because they are genuine expressions of your inner being. Cultivate your passions and interests. Develop skills and knowledge that excite you. As you do this, you build a rich inner world that provides endless satisfaction and fulfillment. You become your own best company, your own source of joy and inspiration. Remember, my friends, the goal is not to avoid relationships or push people away. The goal is to approach relationships from a place of wholeness and self-sufficiency. When you are happy alone, you no longer enter relationships out of need or fear. You choose to connect with others because you want to share your joy, not because you need them to make you happy. As you practice these principles, you may find that your perception of being alone changes dramatically. What once felt like loneliness now becomes solitude, a peaceful, nurturing state where you can commune with your higher self, with the God within you. Imagine now a life where being alone is not something you fear, but something you look forward to. See yourself relishing moments of solitude, using them as opportunities for self-discovery and spiritual growth. Feel the deep sense of peace and contentment that comes from being completely at ease with yourself. This state of being is your birthright. It is the natural expression of your divine nature. As you align with it, you will find that your entire life begins to transform. Your relationships become more authentic and fulfilling. Your work becomes a joyful expression of your inner being rather than a burden. Every aspect of your life begins to reflect the inner peace and happiness you have cultivated. Now, let us address a common misconception about letting go and being happy alone. Some may fear that this means becoming cold or detached, closing their hearts to love and connection. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you learn to be happy alone, when you release your attachments and dependencies, you become capable of loving more deeply and authentically than ever before. Your love becomes an overflowing of your inner joy rather than an attempt to fill an inner void. You love not because you need, but because love is your nature. Imagine, if you will, a love that comes from a place of fullness rather than lack. A love that seeks to give rather than to get. A love that enhances your life but does not define it. This is the kind of love that becomes possible when you learn to be happy alone. As you cultivate this state of being, you may find that the quality of your relationships improves dramatically. No longer burdened by neediness or fear of abandonment, you become free to be fully present with others. You can appreciate them for who they are rather than for what they can do for you. This shift in consciousness affects not only your romantic relationships, but all your connections with family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. You begin to approach every interaction from a place of inner fullness, ready to give rather than to take. Now, my dear friends, I want you to understand something crucial. This journey of letting go and learning to be happy alone is not always easy. It requires courage, persistence, and faith. There may be moments of doubt, times when old patterns try to reassert themselves. When these moments come, remember this: you are not alone in this journey. The entire universe is supporting you. The God within you is guiding you every step of the way. Trust in this inner guidance, for it will never lead you astray. Imagine now that you are embarking on a great adventure. The destination is not some external place, but the infinite realm within you. Each step you take in letting go, in learning to be happy alone, is a step deeper into your true self, your divine nature. As you progress on this journey, you will discover treasures beyond your wildest dreams. You will uncover depths of joy, peace, and love that you never knew existed within you. You will realize that everything you have ever sought in the external world has always been within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. This realization, my friends, is the true meaning of letting go and being happy alone. It is not about isolation or detachment, but about reconnecting with your true self, your divine nature. It is about remembering that you are complete, whole, and perfect just as you are. As you embody this truth, as you live from this state of being, you become a light in this world. Your very presence becomes a reminder to others of their own divine nature. Without saying a word, you teach the profound lesson of self-sufficiency and inner joy. Imagine the impact you can have on the world when you approach life from this state of being. See yourself moving through your days with quiet confidence and inner peace. Feel the joy that radiates from you, touching everyone you encounter. This is not just a possibility, it is your destiny, if you choose to claim it. Now let us take a moment to address any lingering doubts or fears you may have about letting go and being happy alone. Perhaps you worry that you will miss out on life's experiences, that you will become isolated or disconnected from others. I tell you now, with absolute certainty, that the opposite is true. When you learn to be happy alone, when you release your attachments and dependencies, you become free to engage with life more fully than ever before. You become capable of forming deeper, more meaningful connections because you are no longer approaching relationships from a place of need or fear. Imagine a life where you are free to love without conditions, to give without expectation, to connect without losing yourself. This is the life that becomes possible when you master the art of being happy alone. Moreover, as you cultivate this inner state of happiness and self-sufficiency, you become magnetic to positive experiences and relationships. The universe responds to your inner state, bringing you circumstances and connections that match your new vibration of joy and self-love. Remember, my friends, the outer world is a reflection of your inner state. As you transform your inner world, your outer world must change to match it. This is the law of your being, the creative principle of the universe itself. So I urge you now to commit fully to this journey of letting go and learning to be happy alone. Embrace it not as a sacrifice, but as the greatest gift you can give yourself. For in doing so, you reclaim your power, you remember your divinity, you step into the fullness of who you truly are. Begin today, in this very moment, to live from the state of someone who is completely at peace with themselves, who finds joy and fulfillment in their own company. Feel it, embody it, become it in your imagination, and watch as your outer world shifts to match this new inner reality. As you practice this, you may encounter resistance from your old self, from ingrained patterns of thinking and behaving. When this happens, do not fight against it. Simply observe it with compassion, understanding that it is not your true self, but merely a habit of consciousness that you are now choosing to release. Remember always, you are the operant power in your reality. You are the creator of your experience, the happiness you seek, the love you desire, the fulfillment you crave. All of these are already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. As you progress on this journey, you will likely find that your perspective on relationships changes dramatically. You begin to see them not as sources of happiness or security, but as opportunities for growth, for sharing, for expressing the love that already fills your heart. Imagine now a life where you approach every relationship, romantic, platonic, familial, from a place of inner fullness. See yourself giving love freely, without need or expectation. Feel the joy of connecting with others, not to fill a void, but to share the abundance that overflows from your heart. This, my dear friends, is the true meaning of letting go and being happy alone. It is not about isolation or detachment, but about discovering the infinite wellspring of love and joy within you. It is about becoming so complete in yourself that your relationships become expressions of your inner abundance, rather than attempts to find plans. As you embody this state of being, you will find that the quality of your relationships improves dramatically. You attract people who resonate with your new vibration of self-love and inner peace. Your connections become deeper, more authentic, more fulfilling. Moreover, you become capable of loving others more fully and unconditionally. No longer burdened by neediness or fear of loss, you can appreciate others for who they are rather than for what they can do for you. You become free to support their growth and happiness without losing yourself in the process. This shift in consciousness extends beyond your personal relationships to every aspect of your life. Your work becomes a joyful expression of your inner being rather than a means to gain approval or security. Your pursuits and passions become pure expressions of your unique gifts rather than attempts to fill an inner void. Imagine now a life where everything you do comes from a place of inner fullness, where every action is an overflow of the joy and love within you. This is not just a possibility, it is your birthright, your natural state of being when you remember your true nature. As you progress on this journey of letting go and being happy alone, you may find that your entire perception of life changes. What once seemed like challenges or obstacles now become opportunities for growth and self-discovery. What once triggered fear or anxiety now becomes an invitation to trust in your inner strength and wisdom. You begin to see the perfection in every moment, the divine orchestration behind every experience. You recognize that everything in your life, every person, every situation, every seeming setback is serving your highest good, helping you to remember and express your true nature. This realization, my friends, is the ultimate freedom. It is the understanding that you are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your reality. It is the knowing that your happiness, your fulfillment, your peace are not dependent on anything or anyone outside of you, but are the very essence of who you are. As you embody this truth, as you live from this state of being, you become a living testament to the power of consciousness. Your very presence becomes a teaching, a reminder to others of their own divine nature and infinite potential. Imagine the impact you can have on the world when you approach life from this state of inner fullness and self-sufficiency. See yourself moving through your days with quiet confidence and radiant joy. Feel the love that flows from you, touching everyone you encounter, transforming lives without a word being spoken. This, my dear friends, is your true purpose, to remember your divine nature and to express it fully in the world. Letting go and learning to be happy alone is not an end in itself, but a means to this greater purpose. It is the path to becoming who you truly are, to living as the God self that is your true identity. So I urge you now, with all the love in my heart, to embrace this journey fully. Commit yourself to the practice of letting go, of releasing your attachments and dependencies. Dedicate yourself to cultivating inner joy and self-sufficiency. Begin each day by reminding yourself of your true nature. Before you open your eyes in the morning, feel the completeness, the wholeness, the divine perfection that you are. Carry this feeling with you throughout your day, letting it inform every thought, every word, every action. When you encounter situations that challenge your new state of being, when old patterns of thinking or behaving try to reassert themselves, do not fight against them. Simply observe them with compassion, understanding that they are not your true self, but merely habits of consciousness that you are now choosing to release. Remember always that you are not alone in this journey. The entire universe is supporting you. The God within you is guiding you every step of the way. Trust in this inner guidance, for it will never lead you astray. As you persist in this practice, as you continue to embody the state of someone who is completely at peace with themselves, who finds joy and fulfillment in their own company, you will find that your entire life transforms. Your relationships become more authentic and fulfilling. Your work becomes a joyful expression of your unique gifts. Every aspect of your life begins to reflect the inner peace and happiness you have cultivated. Moreover, you become a beacon of light in this world, a living example of the joy and fulfillment that come from true self-sufficiency. Without saying a word, you teach others the profound lesson of inner happiness and self-love. Imagine the ripple effect you can create in the world as you embody this state of being. See how your presence alone can inspire others to look within themselves, to discover their own inner wellspring of joy and fulfillment. Feel the satisfaction of knowing that by healing yourself, by remembering your true nature, you are contributing to the healing and awakening of the entire world. This, my dear friends, is the true power of letting go and learning to be happy alone. It is not just about personal fulfillment, but about transforming the world from the inside out. It is about remembering and expressing your divine nature, and in doing so, reminding others of their own divinity. As we come to the close of our time together, I want to leave you with this final thought. The journey of letting go and learning to be happy alone is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It is the path to true freedom, to lasting happiness, to the full expression of your divine nature. So go forth, my friends, with courage and determination. Embrace this journey as the greatest adventure of your life. Trust in the process, have faith in your inner guidance, and know that with every step you take, you are moving closer to the full realization of who you truly are. Remember always, you are complete, you are whole, you are the source of your own happiness. Everything you have ever sought in the external world is already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. As you embody this truth, as you live from this state of inner fullness and self-sufficiency, you become a living testament to the power of consciousness. Your very presence becomes a blessing to the world, a reminder of the infinite potential that resides within each of us. Thank you for your attention, for your willingness to explore these profound truths. May your journey of self-discovery and transformation be filled with joy, wonder, and the deep satisfaction of living as your truest, most authentic self. And may you always remember the divine power that resides within you, waiting to be expressed in all its magnificence. Go now and create the reality you desire. For you are the author of your story, the creator of your world. You are, in truth, the very operation of God in your reality. Embrace this truth, live from it, and watch as your life transforms in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. Thank you, And may your journey be blessed with the full realization of your divine nature in the deep, abiding happiness that naturally flows from this knowing. You are the miracle you seek. You are the love you desire. You are in every moment the full expression of divine joy and fulfillment made manifest. Go forth and live from this truth, now and always. For you see, the you that you believe yourself to be, that collection of memories, experiences, and self-imposed limitations is but a shadow of your true self. You are not the sum of your past experiences, nor are you defined by the opinions and judgments of others. You are in truth an infinite being of pure consciousness, temporarily clothed in the garment of human flesh. Let us begin by understanding that your current state of being, your present circumstances are nothing more than the outpicturing of your past assumptions and beliefs. Every aspect of your life, from the state of your health to the balance of your bank account, is a direct reflection of the thoughts and beliefs you have accepted as true. But here's the liberating truth. You are not bound by these thoughts and beliefs unless you choose to be. Consider for a moment the nature of your thoughts. They come and go, fleeting and ephemeral like clouds passing across the sky of your consciousness. Yet how often do we cling to these thoughts, believing them to be the very fabric of our being? We say, I am poor. I am unlucky in love. I am not talented enough. As if these statements were immutable facts rather than transient beliefs. But I tell you now, with absolute certainty, that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind the thoughts, the silent observer that watches the parade of ideas marching through your mind. This awareness, this consciousness is your true self, boundless, eternal, and filled with infinite potential. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. When you say, I think, who is the I that is doing the thinking? Is it not something beyond the thought itself? This I is the true you, the being of pure awareness that exists prior to all thoughts and experiences. It is this I that we must learn to identify with, rather than the fleeting contents of our minds. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Neville, if I am not my thoughts, then who am I? And to this I say, you are the very substance of God. For it is written in the scriptures, I and my Father are one. This is not mere poetic language, my friends, but the most profound truth of existence. The I am that you feel when you say I am is the very same I am that spoke the universe into being. Realize that every time you say I am, you are invoking the name of God. It is the creative power of the universe itself. So when you say I am poor, I am sick, I am unlucky, you are quite literally commanding the universe to manifest these conditions in your life. But oh, the glorious flip side of this truth. When you declare I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am blessed beyond measure, you are setting in motion the very forces of creation to bring these states into your experience. This, my dear listeners, is the crux of our discussion tonight. You are not what you think you are. You are what you believe yourself to be at the deepest level of your being. And this belief, this assumption, can be changed. You have the power here and now to choose a new concept of self, to select the version of you that you wish to be, and to live from that state until it becomes your reality. Let me share with you a secret that has transformed countless lives, the power of revision. You see, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience in the outer world. This means that you have the ability to go back into your past, in your imagination, and relive events as you wish they had happened. By doing so, you are literally rewriting the script of your life, changing the trajectory of your present and future. Suppose you had an argument with a loved one earlier today. Instead of replaying the unpleasant scene in your mind, reinforcing the negative emotions and outcomes, choose instead to revise it. Close your eyes and imagine the scene playing out differently. See yourself responding with love and understanding. Feel the warmth of reconciliation and harmony. Do this with feeling with the full intensity of your imagination, and watch as your outer world begins to reflect this new inner reality. This practice of revision is not mere wishful thinking or self-delusion. It is a recognition of the fluid nature of time and the malleable nature of reality itself. For time, as we experience it in this three-dimensional world, is but an illusion. All moments, past, present, and future, exist simultaneously in the eternal now. By changing your concept of the past, you are quite literally altering the substance from which your present and future are formed. Now, I can sense that some of you may be struggling with this concept. You may be thinking, but Neville, I have tried positive thinking before, and nothing changed. To this I say, positive thinking alone is not enough. What is required is a complete shift in your state of consciousness. You must not merely think the thoughts of the person you wish to be. You must become that person in your imagination. This is where the power of assumption comes into play. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, when you live and move and have your being, as if your desire were already a fact, you align yourself with the creative forces of the universe. Remember, your imagination is not a fantasy spinning faculty designed to escape reality. It is the very substance of reality itself, the God-given power to create and shape your world. Let me give you a practical example of how this works. Suppose you desire financial abundance. Instead of focusing on your current lack, or even on the process of acquiring wealth, you must assume the state of already being wealthy. How would you feel if you were already in possession of great wealth? How would you walk, talk, and carry yourself? What thoughts would occupy your mind? Leave from this state, persist in it, and watch as the outer world reshapes itself to match your inner assumption. This is not to say that you should neglect practical action, but understand that inspired action springs naturally from your assumed state of being. When you truly believe and feel yourself to be wealthy, you will find opportunities for increasing your wealth presenting themselves to you effortlessly. You will be inspired to take actions that align with your new self-concept, and these actions will bear fruit in ways you could never have planned or anticipated. Now let us address another crucial aspect of this teaching, the nature of your desires. Many of you have been taught that your desires are somehow separate from you, that they are things to be pursued and attained. But I tell you now, your desires are not external to you. They are the voice of God within you, calling you to express more of your true, divine nature. When you feel a burning desire for something, be it a loving relationship, a fulfilling career, or perfect health, know that this desire is not born of lack. It is, in fact, a preview of coming attractions. It is your higher self, your God self, calling you to step into a greater expression of who you truly are. The very presence of the desire is proof of its possibility. For how could you desire something that was not already yours on some level of being? This understanding liberates you from the anxious pursuit of your desires. Instead of chasing after them, you can rest in the calm assurance that what you desire desires you. Your role is simply to align your consciousness with the state of having already received your heart's desire. As you do this, you open yourself to receive the good that is already yours. Let us now turn our attention to the world around you. Many of you may look at the conditions of your life and the state of the world and feel discouraged. You may think, how can I possibly change my reality when there is so much evidence to the contrary? But I urge you to remember the world you see is nothing more than a shadow, a reflection of past beliefs and assumptions. The outer world, in all its seeming solidity, is far more malleable than you might think. It is, in fact, infinitely responsive to your state of consciousness. When you change your concept of self, when you assume a new state of being, The entire universe moves to accommodate your new self-concept. This is not wishful thinking, my friends. This is the law by which worlds are framed. Consider the words of the prophet Isaiah, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. This is not merely poetic language, but a statement of cosmic law. Your inner world, your state of consciousness, is the cause, and the outer world is the effect. Change the cause, and the effect must necessarily change. This understanding places a great responsibility upon your shoulders. For if you are the creator of your reality, then you must be willing to take full responsibility for every aspect of your life. No longer can you blame circumstances, other people, or fate for your conditions. But with this responsibility comes immense power. The power to reshape your world according to your highest ideals. Now, some of you may be wondering, if I am not what I think I am, if I am this infinite being of pure consciousness, why do I not experience this in my daily life? The answer lies in the power of habit and the nature of your attention. You have spent years, perhaps lifetimes, identifying with your limited self-concept. You have practiced the art of being small, of being less than you truly are. But just as you have practiced limitation, you can practice expansion. You can train yourself to identify with your true, infinite nature. This is the essence of spiritual practice. Not to become something you are not, but to realize and express what you have always been. One powerful way to do this is through the practice of meditation. Not the meditation of emptying your mind, but the meditation of filling your consciousness with awareness of your true nature. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and simply be aware of being aware. Feel the I am presence within you, that sense of existence that underlies all your experiences. As you do this regularly, you will find your identification shifting from the limited ego self to the infinite divine self. Another powerful practice is the use of affirmations, but not in the way they are commonly understood. Instead of repeating phrases by rote, feel the truth of the statements you make. When you say, I am wealthy, feel the reality of abundance coursing through your being. When you declare, I am loved, feel the warmth of divine love embracing you. Remember, it is not the words themselves that have power, but the feeling tone behind them. As you engage in these practices, you may encounter resistance. Old beliefs and habits may rise up, challenging your new understanding. This is natural and to be expected. Your ego self, that collection of beliefs and memories you have identified with for so long, will fight to maintain its existence. But remember, this resistance is not your true self. It is merely the dying gasp and outmoded concept of being. When you encounter this resistance, do not fight against it. Fighting only gives it power and reality. Instead, simply observe it with compassion and understanding. Know that it is nothing more than a passing cloud in the vast sky of your consciousness. As you persist in your new assumptions, as you continue to live from your desired state, these old patterns will gradually dissolve like mist before the rising sun. Now let us address a question that may be arising in some of your minds. If I am not what I think I am, if I am this infinite being, why do I experience limitations and challenges in my life? This is a profound question, and the answer lies in the purpose of your earthly existence. You see, you have chosen to incarnate in this three-dimensional reality for the purpose of experience and expression. Just as an actor takes on a role to express certain aspects of human experience, you have taken on this human form to explore the infinite possibilities of being. The limitations and challenges you face are not punishment or obstacles, but opportunities for growth and self-realization. When you encounter a challenge in your life, instead of seeing it as a problem to be solved, see it as an invitation to express more of your true divine nature. Every difficulty is an opportunity to remember who you really are, to shed the limitations of your assumed identity and step into the fullness of your being. This understanding transforms your approach to life's challenges. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what aspect of my divine nature am I being called to express through this experience? This shift in perspective aligns you with the flow of life, opening you to receive the lessons and blessings inherent in every situation. Remember, my dear friends, that you are not separate from the creative power of the universe. You are that power individualized and made manifest. The entire universe exists within you, waiting to be explored and expressed. When you truly grasp this truth, when you live from this understanding, you become a conscious co-creator with God, shaping your reality according to your highest vision. Now let us delve even deeper into the nature of your being. You are not just a physical body, nor are you merely a collection of thoughts and emotions. You are consciousness itself, the awareness in which all experiences arise. This consciousness is not limited to your personal experiences. It is the very same consciousness that animates all of creation. When you realize this truth, you begin to see the divine in everything and everyone. The person sitting next to you, the tree outside your window, the stars in the night sky, all are expressions of the same consciousness that you are. This realization naturally gives rise to love, compassion, and a sense of unity with all of life. Living from this expanded state of consciousness does not mean you neglect your individual expression. On the contrary, it allows you to express your unique gifts and talents more fully. For when you know yourself as the infinite being that you are, you no longer fear judgment or failure. You are free to express yourself authentically, knowing that your individual expression is a vital and beautiful part of the cosmic dance. This understanding also transforms your relationships. When you see others as expressions of the same divine consciousness that you are, you naturally treat them with respect and kindness. You no longer need to manipulate or control others, for you recognize that their well-being is inseparable from your own. This is the basis of true love, not the needy, grasping love of the ego, but the expansive, unconditional love of your true nature. As you live from this expanded state of being, you will find that synchronicities and coincidences become more frequent in your life. This is because you are aligning yourself with the flow of universal intelligence. You begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, and you naturally flow with the currents of life rather than struggling against them. Now I want to address a common misconception about this teaching. Some of you may think that if you are not what you think you are, if your true nature is this infinite consciousness, then your individual personality and experiences don't matter. Nothing could be further from the truth. Your individual expression is how the infinite experiences itself in form. Your unique perspective, your talents, your desires, these are all valuable and necessary parts of the cosmic unfoldment. The key is to enjoy your individual expression while remembering your true nature. It's like an actor who fully embodies a role while never forgetting that they are acting. You can fully engage with your human experience, with all its joys and sorrows, while maintaining the awareness of your true, infinite nature. This balanced perspective allows you to play the game of life with zest and enthusiasm without becoming overly attached to outcomes. You can set goals and work towards them, knowing that the real joy lies not in achieving the goal itself, but in the expression and expansion of your being that the pursuit allows. As we near the conclusion of our discourse, I want to emphasize a crucial point. This teaching is not merely theoretical. It is meant to be lived, to be experienced in every moment of your daily life. It's not enough to intellectually understand that you are not what you think you are. You must live from this understanding, embody it in your thoughts, words, and actions. Start by questioning your habitual thoughts and beliefs. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, I can't I'm not good enough, good anything thought. Pause and ask yourself, is this really true? Is this who I really am? Then consciously choose a thought that aligns with your true infinite nature. Practice seeing yourself and others through the eyes of your higher self. Look beyond the surface appearances, beyond the roles and identities, to the divine essence that underlies all forms. As you do this consistently, you will find your perception of the world transforming. What once seemed like problems or obstacles will reveal themselves as opportunities for growth and expression. Engage in activities that remind you of your true nature. This could be meditation, as we discussed earlier, or it could be anything that brings you into a state of flow, art, music, dance, or communing with nature. These activities can serve as doorways to the experience of your infinite self. Remember, my dear friends, that this journey of self-realization is not about becoming something you are not. It is about remembering and expressing what you have always been. You are not evolving towards some future state of perfection. You are perfect, whole, and complete right now. Your journey is one of unveiling, of removing the veils of illusion that have hidden your true nature from your awareness. As you live from this understanding, you will find your life transforming in ways you might never have imagined. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable will dissolve in the light of your expanded awareness. Opportunities that you never noticed before will present themselves. You will find yourself guided by an inner wisdom that far surpasses the limited reasoning of the ego mind. But perhaps the most beautiful transformation will be in your relationship with yourself and with life itself. As you recognize your true nature, you will naturally begin to treat yourself with more kindness and compassion. The harsh inner critic that many of you have lived with for so long will gradually be replaced by a voice of loving wisdom. You will also find a new appreciation for the simple joys of existence. The beauty of a sunset, the laughter of a child, the taste of good food. All of these will take on a new depth of meaning. You will realize that every moment is a miracle, an opportunity to experience and express the divine nature that you are. As we conclude our discourse on You Are Not What You Think You Are, I urge you to take this understanding into your daily life. Let it inform your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Remember that you are not limited by your past, by your circumstances, or by the opinions of others. You are an infinite being of pure consciousness, temporarily expressing yourself in human form. Embrace this truth. Live from it. Let it transform your world. For when you are true who you truly are, when you live from the state of your divine nature, there are no limits to what you be, do, or have. You are the creator of reality, the author of your life story. Write it boldly, live it fully, and watch as the world transforms before your eyes. Go forth, my dear friends, in the knowledge of your true nature. You are not what you think you are infinitely more. You are the very substance of God, expressing itself in human form. Live from this truth and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within you. It is not a place to be reached, but a state of consciousness to be realized and expressed. You are that kingdom, that power, that glory. Claim your divine inheritance. Live as the God being that you are. And so, with these words, I leave you to contemplate and embody this profound truth. You are not what you think you are. You are the infinite, eternal, boundless being of pure awareness. Know this, live this, and transform your world.
The universe is a magnificent mirror, reflecting back the energy you project into it. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold, these are the frequencies you send out into the vast expanse. The universe, with its infinite wisdom, responds not to your words, not to your wishes, but to the energy behind them. It doesn't matter if you say you want abundance. If your energy vibrates with doubt or fear, the universe will echo that back to you. To align with the universe and manifest your desires within 48 hours, you must first take responsibility for your inner world. Begin by quieting your mind and tuning into your heart. Feel the stillness, the peace that already exists within you. This is your connection to the divine energy that powers the universe. When you cultivate this sense of peace, you elevate your frequency, opening the channels for your desires to flow into your life effortlessly. The secret lies in living as though your desires have already manifested. Don't wait for the evidence to feel grateful, feel the gratitude now. Don't wait for success to feel confident, embody that confidence in this very moment. When you act and feel as though your dreams are already real, you send a powerful signal to the universe. That signal says, I am ready, I am aligned, I am open to receive, and the universe cannot help but respond in kind. Visualization is your tool for bending reality. Close your eyes and see yourself living the life you dream of. Feel it with every fiber of your being. Smell the air, hear the sounds, and experience the joy as if it's happening now. Hold this vision in your mind, not with a sense of longing, but with a sense of knowing. You are not asking for something outside of yourself. You are recognizing the infinite power within you to call it into existence. Energy flows where attention goes. What you focus on expands. Release the grip of doubt, fear, and negativity. Instead, fill your mind with thoughts that empower you. Speak words that uplift you. Surround yourself with people and environments that match the vibration of your desires. Every moment is an opportunity to choose alignment, to choose faith, to choose love. Trust the process. You don't need to know how your desires will come to you. The universe orchestrates miracles far beyond your imagination. Your job is to stay in alignment, to keep your energy pure and high, and to move with inspired action when the opportunity arises. Be patient, but be unwavering in your belief. Know that what you have set in motion cannot be stopped. Your energy is your greatest currency. The universe is always listening, always responding. Shift your energy, and you will shift your reality. This is not magic, it is the divine law of creation. You hold the power, and the universe is ready to meet you. The energy you project into the universe is not just a force, it is a language, a conversation with the divine fabric of existence. Everything around you, every experience, every person you encounter is a response to this unspoken dialogue. The universe doesn't interpret words as you might think. Instead, it reads the vibration behind them. It listens to your feelings, your beliefs, and the energy you emit consistently. Imagine for a moment that you are a magnet. This magnet doesn't pull or push based on effort, it simply attracts what is aligned with its frequency. If you hold an energy of abundance, joy, and certainty, you will naturally draw circumstances, opportunities, and people that resonate with those vibrations. Conversely, if your energy is steeped in fear, doubt, or resentment, the universe mirrors those frequencies back to you as well. It's not about blame or punishment, it's about alignment and resonance. The key to unlocking the manifestation of your desires lies in deliberate creation. This starts with clarity. The universe thrives on specificity, not because it needs your detailed instructions, but because clarity shapes your own energy. Take time to visualize exactly what you want. If it's success, imagine the feeling of accomplishment as if it has already arrived. If it's love, feel the warmth of that connection in your heart. The clearer your vision, the more precise your vibration, and the stronger the universe's response. Gratitude amplifies this process exponentially. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a frequency that aligns you with the abundance of the universe. When you are grateful, you are in a state of receiving. You signal to the universe that you recognize the blessings already present in your life, no matter how small. This recognition creates a powerful ripple effect. The more you express gratitude, the more the universe gives you reasons to be grateful. It becomes a cycle of abundance, a continuous flow of giving and receiving. However, this process requires faith. Faith is not passive, it is active and alive. Faith means trusting the unseen, believing in the reality of your desires before they manifest. It's easy to doubt when evidence is lacking, but true faith doesn't rely on what the eyes can see. Instead, it looks inward, to the power of your own energy and the infinite potential of the universe. When you trust deeply, you remove resistance, and in doing so, you create space for miracles to unfold. Resistance is the only thing that can slow down or block the manifestation of your desires. Resistance often takes the form of negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, or emotional baggage. It's the voice that says, "I'm not good enough," or "this is too hard," or "why hasn't it happened yet?" To dissolve resistance, you must become aware of it. Notice these thoughts without judgment and replace them with empowering affirmations. Remind yourself that you are worthy, that you are capable, and that the universe is always working in your favor. Letting go is another essential piece of the puzzle. This doesn't mean giving up on your desires, it means releasing the need to control how and when they will come to fruition. When you cling tightly to an outcome, you send a message of lack and desperation. But when you let go, you show trust in the process. You allow the universe to bring your desires to you in the most perfect way and at the most divine time. Letting go is freedom. It's the act of stepping back and allowing the flow of energy to guide you. Your energy also thrives in the present moment. The past is a memory, and the future is a potential. Neither holds the power that the present does. When you dwell in the present, fully immersed in the here and now, your energy becomes pure and potent. In this state, you align with the creative force of the universe. You can feel your connection to everything, and it is in this connection that your power to manifest becomes limitless. Visualization is more than just seeing images in your mind, it's about embodying the emotions and sensations of your desired reality. When you visualize, engage all your senses. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, smell the scents, and see the details vividly. But most importantly, feel the joy, the excitement, the peace, or whatever emotion your desire brings. This emotional engagement raises your vibration and creates a magnetic pull toward your desires. The more often you practice this, the stronger your connection to your manifestations becomes. Connection is an extension of your energy. While your vibration sets the foundation, inspired action bridges the gap between your desires and their physical manifestation. Inspired action doesn't feel forced, it feels natural and aligned. It's the idea that comes to you unexpectedly, the opportunity that seems to appear out of nowhere. When these moments arise, act on them with confidence. Trust that these are the breadcrumbs the universe has laid out for you to follow. Forgiveness is a profound way to clear energy and make space for manifestation. When you hold on to resentment or anger, you anchor yourself to lower vibrations. Forgiveness isn't about condoning what happened, it's about releasing the weight of it. By forgiving others and yourself, you free your energy, allowing it to flow freely toward what you desire. This act of letting go opens doors that were previously blocked by negative emotions. Self-love is at the core of manifestation. The way you treat yourself, the thoughts you think about yourself, and the energy you direct inward all contribute to your vibration. When you love yourself unconditionally, you align with the energy of the universe, which is pure love. Speak kindly to yourself, honor your needs, and celebrate your journey. The more you pour love into yourself, the more the universe reflects that love back to you in the form of your desires. Meditation is a powerful tool for aligning your energy. It allows you to quiet the noise of the outside world and connect deeply with your inner self. In this state of stillness, you can tune into the frequency of your desires and reinforce your alignment with the universe. Even a few minutes of meditation each day can create profound shifts in your energy and bring clarity to your intentions. Remember, the universe responds not just to what you want, but to who you are being. If you want abundance, embody abundance. If you want love, embody love. Become the energy of your desires, and the universe will respond in kind. This is the law of resonance, the principle that like attracts like. You are not separate from your desires, you are one with them. When you embrace this truth, manifestation becomes a natural extension of your being. Keep your faith unshakable, your energy aligned, and your actions inspired. Know that the universe is always working in harmony with your highest good. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take contributes to the reality you experience. You are the creator, and the universe is your willing partner, ready to bring your dreams into reality. The essence of creation lies in the understanding that everything is energy. The walls around you, the air you breathe, even the thoughts you think, all of it vibrates at specific frequencies. These vibrations interact constantly, shaping the reality you experience. When you grasp this fundamental truth, you realize that your thoughts and emotions are not trivial, they are powerful forces capable of shifting the fabric of your existence. You must learn to direct this energy intentionally. Many people move through life unaware of the energy they are emitting. They focus on what they lack, complain about circumstances, and dwell on fears. This scattered negative energy sends mixed signals to the universe, and the response is equally chaotic. To manifest effectively, you must become a master of your inner world. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. The universe doesn't distinguish between I want and I don't want. It responds solely to the energy behind your focus. Emotions are the fuel that drives your manifestations. If thoughts are the blueprint, emotions are the engine. When you feel joy, gratitude, and love, you radiate high-frequency energy that aligns with the flow of abundance in the universe. On the other hand, feelings of anger, envy, or despair create resistance, blocking the flow. This is why it's essential to cultivate positive emotions, even when external circumstances seem challenging. Your feelings are your greatest tools for shaping your reality. Affirmations are a powerful way to realign your energy. Words carry vibrations, and when spoken with belief and intention, they can transform your energy. Affirmations are not about convincing yourself of something false, they are about affirming the truth of your potential. Speak as though your desires are already yours. Say, I am abundant, I am loved, I am successful. Let these words sink into your being and become the foundation of your energy. Over time, these affirmations reshape your subconscious mind, which in turn reshapes your reality. Surrounding yourself with the right environment is equally crucial. Energy is contagious, and the people and spaces you immerse yourself in influence your vibration. Seek out environments that uplift you, inspire you, and align with your desires. Avoid toxic influences that drain your energy or pull you into negativity. Your surroundings should reflect the life you are manifesting, creating a sanctuary where your energy can flourish. One of the most underestimated aspects of manifestation is self-belief. You cannot receive what you do not believe you deserve. If deep down you feel unworthy of love, success, or happiness, your energy will reflect that belief, and the universe will mirror it back to you. To shift this, you must cultivate a sense of worthiness. Recognize that you are a divine being, inherently worthy of every good thing. Your worth is not determined by your past mistakes or external achievements, it is intrinsic and unchanging. Patience is a virtue in this process. While some manifestations can occur rapidly, others require time to align. The universe operates on divine timing, orchestrating events in a way that serves your highest good. Trust in this timing. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, nurture it, and trust that it will bloom in its season. Manifestation works the same way. Stay focused, stay aligned, and trust that what is meant for you is already on its way. Doubt is the thief of manifestation. It creeps in when you let external circumstances dictate your energy. Perhaps you look at your bank account or your relationship status and think, this isn't working. But manifestation requires unwavering faith. Even when reality seems to contradict your desires, hold on to your vision. Remember, your current circumstances are not your final destination, they are simply the result of past energy. Shift your focus to the future you are creating, and let that guide your feelings and actions. One of the most powerful practices for aligning your energy is to act as if your desire has already manifested. If you want wealth, carry yourself with the confidence of someone who is financially free. If you desire love, embody the qualities of a loving partner. Acting as if bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It aligns your energy with your desires, signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive. Journaling can also be a transformative tool in this journey. When you write about your desires as though they have already come true, you anchor them in your reality. Begin each entry with, I am so grateful that, and describe your life in vivid detail. Pour your emotions onto the page, feeling the joy and excitement of living your dream. This practice not only clarifies your vision but also intensifies the vibration you emit. Sleep is another powerful state for manifestation. As you drift off to sleep, your subconscious mind becomes highly receptive. Use this time to impress your desires upon your mind. Visualize your dreams as though they are happening right now. Feel the emotions of having them and let those feelings carry you into sleep. During the night, your subconscious will work tirelessly to align your energy with your desires, drawing them closer to you. Let go of the need to know every step of the journey. The how is not your responsibility, it belongs to the universe. Your job is to maintain your energy and take inspired action when opportunities present themselves. When you release the need for control, you open yourself to possibilities far greater than you could imagine. Trust that the universe has a plan, one that is perfectly tailored to your growth and fulfillment. Energy alignment is not a one-time event, it is a continuous practice. There will be moments when you falter, when doubt creeps in, or when external circumstances challenge your faith. In those moments, return to your center. Meditate, visualize, affirm, and feel gratitude. These practices are your tools for recalibrating your energy and staying on the path of manifestation. Understand that you are not separate from the universe, you are a part of it. The same energy that moves the stars, grows the trees, and creates life itself flows through you. You are a co-creator, and your energy is your contribution to the grand design. When you align with this truth, you step into your power, realizing that the universe is not outside of you but within you. Everything you desire is already available in the infinite field of possibilities. The moment you align your energy with it, you draw it into your reality. This is not a process of chasing or striving, it is a process of becoming. As you shift your energy, the universe shifts with you, responding to your vibration with precision and grace. Your journey of manifestation is a sacred dance with the universe. It is a journey of trust, alignment, and unwavering belief. Every thought, every feeling, and every action is a step in this dance, moving you closer to the life you envision. Embrace the process, cherish the lessons, and know that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. You are the creator, and your energy is the key to manifesting everything you desire. Each moment you spend cultivating the right energy brings you closer to the reality you desire. Think of your thoughts and emotions as a river flowing towards a destination. The strength and clarity of that flow determine how quickly and smoothly you reach your goal. When you allow negativity, doubt, or fear to enter, it's like placing obstacles in the river, slowing down or even redirecting its path. But when you maintain a steady current of belief, gratitude, and joy, the river becomes unstoppable. Your imagination is one of the greatest tools in shaping your energy. Visualizing is not merely daydreaming, it is an act of creation. When you close your eyes and vividly picture your desired life, you send a signal to the universe that says, "This is my reality." The clearer and more emotionally charged your visualization, the stronger that signal becomes. See yourself walking through the home of your dreams. Hear the laughter of your loved ones. Feel the excitement of achieving your goals. Let every sense come alive in your mind, making the vision as real as possible. Gratitude is a magnetic force that amplifies your energy. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you shift your attention away from lack and towards abundance. This shift not only uplifts your spirit but also aligns you with the frequency of receiving. Start each day by listing a few things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Feel the warmth of gratitude in your heart and let it radiate outward. The more you appreciate the good in your life, the more good the universe will bring to you. Intuition plays a pivotal role in the manifestation process. Often the universe responds to your energy by presenting opportunities, ideas, or nudges that guide you towards your desires. These moments of insight may come as a quiet whisper, a sudden inspiration, or a feeling that something is right. Trust these signs and act on them without hesitation. Intuition is the language of the universe, and by listening to it, you align yourself with its flow. Forgiveness is another vital aspect of maintaining high-frequency energy. Holding on to resentment, anger, or guilt weighs down your vibration, creating resistance in the manifestation process. To truly align with abundance, you must let go of past hurts and mistakes. Forgiveness is not about condoning wrongs, but about freeing yourself from the emotional burden they carry. Release those negative energies and make space for the blessings that are waiting to enter your life. Faith is the foundation of all manifestation. Even when the path ahead is unclear or obstacles arise, hold on to the belief that your desires are on their way. Faith is not about ignoring reality, but about trusting in possibilities beyond what you can see. It is the bridge between your present circumstances and your future dreams. With faith, you create a powerful resonance that draws your desires closer with unwavering certainty. There is a balance to be struck between intention and surrender. While it's important to focus on what you want and take inspired action, it's equally crucial to release the need to control every detail. Obsessing over outcomes or timelines creates tension and blocks the flow of energy. Instead, set your intentions clearly, align your energy with them, and then let go. Trust that the universe knows the best way to bring your desires to fruition. The people you interact with can have a profound effect on your energy. Choose to surround yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you, who believe in your dreams and encourage your growth. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy or fill your mind with doubt. Your circle should reflect the life you are creating, acting as a source of support and positivity. Meditation is a powerful practice for aligning your energy. In stillness, you connect with the essence of the universe and gain clarity on your desires. Use meditation to quiet your mind, visualize your goals, and tune into the frequency of abundance. Even a few minutes a day can create a profound shift in your energy, helping you manifest more effectively.